my name is Andrea Nastri and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am very excited for this video because everyone's setting all these New Year's resolutions, reflecting on their year, blah blah blah, but I'm here to talk about one of my favorite things, and that is concerts I've been to. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all linked down below. Today I'm going to rank every single concert I went to this year. The total number of concerts I went to this year, drum roll please. I went to 29 concerts this year. That is not including like shows or plays or comedians I saw. That is concerts. We are getting dressed up, we are going somewhere, we are going to watch a musical performance. 29 is a lot, and I'm going to rank them all worst to best in this video. Also, a little disclaimer, I get to go to a lot of these shows through work, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity because live music, there's just nothing like it. I mean, when you're surrounded by people who all like the same artists and you're all singing along and like the band's playing and they're dancing and they're singing, oh my god, there's nothing greater in the world. There's nothing greater. So this list, I based it off how my experience was, how much I enjoyed it, how much joy the show brought me. A lot of factors lead into that. I also just want to say that I do not dislike any single artist on this list. I like them all. Some just got ranked lower than others, and yeah. Starting at the bottom, I feel bad about this one, but let me explain. Number 29 is gonna be Chris Stapleton. Chris, it is nothing against you. I, along with the rest of the world, think he is so talented. I think he has a great voice. It's so unique, it's so special. But I will say, I have seen Chris Stapleton twice, and those are the drunkest crowds I've ever seen. I mean, it is just out of control, these people. I went with my dad, and there's this group of people in front of us. There was 10 of them, and of course I had to ask how they know each other, and they were all childhood friends, and they were so drunk. And like, I'm like, go have your night out, have your fun, but it was just a lot. It was a lot for my dad and I. They were very nice, but it was very distracting. That contributed to Chris's score being deducted a little bit. You know, Chris, you got a rowdy bunch. Number 28 is Restless Road. Restless Road is an up-and-coming country band, and why they rank so low is I got COVID that night. Yeah. Anyway, number 27 is Stell. I got to meet Stell. He was very nice. I guess why he's just ranked so low is some of these lower acts, just their music doesn't like resonate with me, but I still loved it. Number 26 is gonna be Michael Ray. I think he has an incredible voice. I think he really knows how to like work a crowd. I loved that. Number 25 is Jackson Dean. He is another up-and-coming country artist. Be on the lookout for him. He's very young. He has a really cool voice, kind of along the lines of, yeah, I would say Chris Stapleton. Look him up, he's cool. Okay, 24, shocking, is Brett Eldredge. Brett Eldredge used to be one of my favorite country artists, and over the years, I don't know why, but he doesn't rank as high for me anymore. I went to his Glow show, which is like his Christmas, he's Mr. Christmas show, and I enjoyed it, but it didn't resonate with me as much as some of these higher acts here. Number 23 is Ryan Griffin. He was very nice. He actually co-wrote with Kelsea Ballerini her song Dibs, which is, hello, one of my favorite songs ever. It was really cool to see him perform that, and I was like, I love that song so much. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, so that was really cool. Okay, number 22. I feel so guilty that they're so low on this list. It's How the Cookie Crumbled. Number 22 is The Chicks. I had so much fun with the people I went with, but I don't know if like we just like weren't around people who were like as excited to be there, or like what was going on, if like the sound wasn't great or something, but like it didn't exceed my expectations like I had hoped. But I love The Chicks, I love everything they stand for, and I would go see them again in a heartbeat. Number 21 is Zac Brown Band. I got to see them at Fenway Park. I was lucky enough to watch the show from the pit, which was nuts. Everyone in the pit was so nice. I remember that, like, we were just like laughing with people around us, and everyone was like, oh, like, if you need to go to the bathroom, we'll hold your spot, whatever. I feel like Zac Brown Band is like so like down to earth, and like their fans are too. And it was at Fenway Park, which was just so incredible. Okay, 20 was Dierks Bentley, and he's a cool dude. Elle King opened for him, which was like so memorable for me. She was incredible. If you ever get to see her live, definitely see her live. But Dierks Bentley was really fun. I know so many of Dierks Bentley's songs. He's kind of one of those artists where like oh yeah, he sings this and he sings that and he sings that. Oh my gosh. So the whole show you're like, I know all these songs, and it's really fun. 18 and 19 are the same person because I saw him twice, and that is the country music legend Kenny Chesney. This was my first time seeing Kenny Chesney. If you're unfamiliar, Kenny comes pretty much every year to New England. He is always touring. He loves Foxborough. So I saw him at Gillette Stadium 2 nights in a row. Again, I was lucky enough to see him in the pit. And let me just say, it annoys me sometimes how men in the music industry just get up in like a t-shirt and jeans, and like they just walk around the stage, and it's really boring. And you got the girlies out here doing the absolute most. So Kenny was literally all over the stage. He was very entertaining to watch. You can tell he's really passionate about his music and his fans, and just like living a full life. And I really liked that message he sent during the show, and yeah, it was so much fun. Okay, moving on to number 17 is Darius Rucker. I loved Darius Rucker. I saw him back in February, and Kaylee Hammack opened for him. Love her. Darius was just so talented. Just his vocals blew me away. I mean, I'd always want to see him live. I love Wagon Wheel. I mean, come on, who doesn't love that song? He was incredible. I would totally see him again. Number 16. I'm kind of surprised this one ranked so low. I don't know. This was really hard and really stressful for me, but number 16 is Sabrina Carpenter. I am new here. I'm new to the fandom, but I love Sabrina's most recent album, Read My Mind, Nonsense, Tornado Warnings. Such good songs. And I saw her for the first time. I had so much fun with my friends at this show. I loved Sabrina Carpenter. I think she is so funny. She's so relatable. And I'm actually going to see her again when she comes to Boston in the spring, which I'm very excited about. I think I only want one number in my phone. So catchy. Number 15 is Old Dominion. And I saw Old Dominion when they opened for Kenny Chesney, but Old Dominion did like this free pop-up show at a small venue in Boston, and I got to go to it, and it was just so cool. Like, that band, let me tell you, they can write a hook. In my opinion, their songs are so catchy. They just pull you in. They got you humming it all day. You know, they're just very smart with their songwriting. They just were having so much fun on that little stage, and as an audience member, it made me enjoy my experience and really have fun watching them. Number 14, oh my gosh, this was such an incredible show. I would rank number 14 Tim McGraw. When you think Tim McGraw. I have been a Tim McGraw fan since I was a very little kid. I grew up listening to Tim McGraw. I saw him a couple years ago at CMA Fest, so this wasn't my first time seeing Tim McGraw, but I just think he puts on such a good show, and it was just such a dream come true to like watch him and hear his music, because it's different like seeing someone at a festival versus like it's their show that they create for you. And I love you, Tim McGraw. Another country man that I'm just absolutely obsessed with, listened to my whole life, coming in at number 13 is Keith Urban. Look at this video. I mean, look at these pictures. I mean, I had a great time, period. I mean, the guy can play guitar. I could watch him play guitar all day. He's so talented. He's so down to earth. I loved this show. I will never forget this show. Number 12 is going to be Lori McKenna. You might not know Lori McKenna as an artist, but she is a songwriter. She's written, speaking of Tim McGraw, she wrote Humble and Kind. Swifties out there. She wrote with Taylor, I Bet You Think About Me. She's also good friends with Liz Rose, who writes a lot with Taylor. All Too Well. Have you ever heard of that song? I got to see her at this small venue out in like middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, and she was so funny. But why this ranks so high for me is because, well, one, I went with my friend Rachel, and Rachel loves Lori McKenna, and just seeing her so excited to watch Lori made me more excited, and it turned me into a fan. Lori's lyrics, just wow. They resonated with me so much. Like, she would say these things and I was just like, holy shit, that is such a good lyric. Like, over and over and over that would happen. I mean, I laughed, I cried, I had so many mixed emotions at this show, and it was magical. What I will never forget about that show was Lori wore these bedazzled cowgirl boots, which I believe are Betsy Johnson. I looked it up because I want a pair. And Lori, if you're seeing this, which you definitely aren't, you've inspired me. Okay, number 11 is Elton John. It has been on my bucket list my entire life to see Elton John with my dad, and I got to do that, which was so very exciting. My dad's a huge fan, so I grew up listening to Elton John, and getting to see him perform and play piano was such a gift. What really stood out to me at this show was when Elton John would finish a song, he would like stand up next to his piano and he would like take the top of the grand piano, lift it up and slam it down. He would like applaud the audience for applauding him, and he'd like nod to everyone, and he was just, it makes me feel like he's so thankful that like we love his music, and babes, we're thankful for you. We're moving into our top 10 here. Number 10, kind of the similar story to Elton John. I got to see Paul McCartney with my dad. It was literally incredible. It was at Fenway Park, which, iconic. I don't really get starstruck like that often by like seeing people on a stage. I was so starstruck. I just stood there the whole 2.5 hours he played. I think he actually played for 2:45. I could be wrong, but he played for over 2.5 hours. Isn't he like 80? He's out here doing the most. Again, watching my dad watch Paul McCartney was so cool. I took a class in college that was all about the Beatles, so I just think like getting to see him, I was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. And what I will never forget about this show was he played Live and Let Die, and there was all this pyro behind him. They had fireworks going, like there was like smoke everywhere. It was sick. The song ends and he's standing over his piano like this, like covering his ears, joking about how loud the fireworks were. I'll never forget that. That was so funny. Coming in at number 9, we have my girl, Maren Morris. I got to see her Humble Quest tour, and it was so good. What I will say about that show is it just felt like a big hug. It felt really good. I just feel like I needed that, and Maren just speaks to me. My favorite song off that album is Detour, but she also sang some of my favorites like RSVP, The Bones. That song makes me sob every time I hear her sing it live. Maren, I love you. Number 8 is Lil Nas X. This show was so fun. I went with a group of my friends and we just danced, and Lil Nas was incredible. I mean, the costumes, the sets, the songs he chose, the lights, it just hit every mark, and people were dressed so incredible for the show. Literally everyone's outfits were out of this world. He's so confident on stage, and I remember leaving that show and being like, I want to live my life like that. Just like how Lil Nas walks out on stage and he just like owns what he's doing, and yeah, I just, bravo, bravo. Number 7 is Lizzo. I love Lizzo. I love her. I went with my friends, Julia and Philip is the biggest Lizzo fan I know. We were in a section at the TD Garden where we just had so much space to dance and sing, and I truly felt just so joyful. I was just so happy. I was with two of my best friends, and Lizzo's message of just self-love and confidence and respect and just everything she stands for just really resonated with me, and I just felt so happy leaving that show. Okay, number 6 is Dua Lipa. I will say a personal note about this show. I wore this like sparkly bedazzled see-through top, and I just wore my bra under it, and I was kind of nervous because I usually am like very well clothed, but I was like, this is Dua Lipa, like I have to go all out. And I wore leather pants, which I will never do again at a concert because I was sweating in those pants, and wearing this outfit really helped me find confidence in fashion, which was great, and I really carried that with me throughout the rest of the year. I know that kind of sounds ridiculous. What a show. Like, the production was incredible. Dua, she's gorge. Like, we love you, Dua. And we've lived with Future nostalgia for quite some time, and to see it all live, immaculate. It was so good. Number 5 is one of my favorite bands, Muna. I love Muna. I think those 3 people are so incredible. Muna, the band, just makes everyone feel so safe and welcomed, and that just felt amazing to be around. I went with Andrew, and there was this person by us that was wearing these heels that didn't have heels, like no heel. Lady Gaga wore them. I'll put them here. Are they even heels? They're shoes, I guess. That will always stand out to me about that show. I want to go back. I want to see every one of their shows ever. My 3rd and 4th are the same band because I went to 2 nights of their shows. It was a very special 2 nights here in Boston, and that is Bleachers. I went with Andrew. Shocking. We love Jack Antonoff. I mean, we love Jack Antonoff. My favorite thing about Bleachers is the saxophones, so getting to like watch them play up close was so fun for me. Another thing to note about Bleachers is their fans. Everyone is so nice. I've said this a couple times in this video, but I think artists like almost role model that behavior. Everyone was just so polite, so nice. There's no pushing. It was all general admission, and we're all just there to enjoy the music. And these 2 shows were very special to Bleachers fans. Like, people flew in from all over to attend these shows because one night they performed the Gone Now album, and then the next they did Strange Desire. So, you know, it's not every day you get to see these albums played out like that, and they like sprinkled in like their newer music. Jack, if you ever see this, just know I love you and you've really changed my life. We're in the top 2. I just want to say, I have gone back and forth so many times which one should be number 1. Oh, should I change it? No, I'm gonna be confident in what I wrote down. My number 2 concert of 2022 is Kelsea Ballerini. Kelsea is one of my favorite artists ever. I just had so many experiences that night, and the best way I can describe the show for me is it was magical. Everything from getting to meet Kelsea, I got to share a very personal story with her, and she gave me like the biggest hug. It was, I'm gonna cry. It was so special. So before the show began, I was talking to the person next to me at the concert, and I was like, it's on my bucket list to catch a guitar pick at a show, and I've never caught a guitar pick. Maybe tonight's the night. I caught it. It was magic. Okay, I was standing like this. I was holding my phone literally like this, just like watching Kelsea Ballerini. She's like over on the stage, and all of a sudden I feel something fall from the sky and land in my hand. I look down. The guitar pick her guitar player threw. It landed in my hand, you know. I don't know if you believe in God or the universe or whatever. There's something going on. There's something was in the air. It was so magical, and I literally cried. I just feel like I've grown up with Kelsea Ballerini, and it's so special to be able to share memories with her over the years. What a gift her album has been this year. So that leaves one show, and that is Lady Gaga, Chromatica Ball. First thing that comes to mind is the fire on the stage. I mean, we were on the floor between the main stage and the B stage, and the heat, wow, incredible. I mean, it was great. It was a great show. My outfit I made for this show because I had to go above and beyond. It's Lady Gaga. We've waited so long to go to the show. It was like 2.5 years we'd waited. I have never felt so loved and understood during a 2-hour period of my life. I mean, Gaga just stands up there and you can just tell she wants everyone to have a good time. She wants everyone to feel special and loved. And I just left feeling so incredible. It truly moved me. So that is my 29 concerts I saw in 2022 ranked. Wow, that is a mouthful. Please comment below, did you go to any of these shows? What did you think? What was your #1 concert of the year? Who are you excited to see next year? I'm excited to see Taylor Swift. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on socials. I can't wait to see you in the next year, and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Strut it out. Walk a mile. Serve it. Ancient city style.